not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Holy shit, I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. I forgot about this movie. I mean, I kind of watched the movie 2 weeks ago, and I loved it. It was like blowing me away. I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought I did a video about this, but I didn't. Apparently, I forgot. Oopsie. Also, I got Obelix the Tormentor. Not a version that is in this movie, because the one that is in this movie is so good. It's amazing. It's insane. Maybe I have the other version as well someday. But this Obelix is like a childhood dream of mine, and also it's fucking cheap. It's like $9 that deck, so why the fuck not? It's a childhood dream of mine to own it 20 years ago, but now I have it for no particular reason other than I wanted to collect it. Anyway, now back to Yu-Gi-Oh! So I start watching GX, you know the story if you watched it, it's like 20 years ago. I wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! I wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! I wanted to watch some more Yu-Gi-Oh! I had to collect it when I was a child. I watched more Yu-Gi-Oh! So GX was the first one in line again. I went where I went. I found out there's a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, no way. And I was like, okay, let's watch it. You know, I watch it. I tried to continue watching. I was blown away. I was like, no. Holy shit, this is like up there with the Broly movie. But animations, how good they look. The Broly movie was like my favorite of all time, still is. And this one is close second. The animation, how it looks. You see Yu-Gi-Oh! You see Kaiba. I mean, I was like blown. How good this was. Like, oh my god. And Kaiba. Oh. And then we got this guy that had this Pandora's box going on. But that's after the pharaoh is away. He gets this Pandora box, and he has made this utopia for all his people, children, his thing, and they can survive in that, all that. They made an utopia, and he is like the guardian of that kid, but finds out, if the pharaoh returns, they're gonna go away too. They could be possibly going away. Of course, they don't want that, so they're like, yes, yeah, that's gonna be. So also, we find out, Bakura was kind of responsible when he was a kid. So they want to make sure the pharaoh doesn't return, and Bakura, Yami Bakura, from the ancient lore, some Egypt lore that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, thing. So we also get Kaiba that wants this whole duel, has a new duel disc. I was like, okay, Kaiba is an asshole, like really an asshole, but so passionate about it. He's so passionate about making a new. And also this goes after, Yu-Gi-Oh! The OG Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, okay, he's not just doing dual disc, but also you have to remember, like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! was like this, and then the other, they also all play in a year or two. Like, not long between it. And then it's like, maybe 3 years after that, this game, it's like maybe even a half year about it. I don't know the exact timeline, but, it could be all done in a year or two, or in a span of 5 years, maximum. Like, maximum of 5 years. It feels longer because this, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been long, and Yu-Gi-Oh! 2016 or 18, it's like, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! So it feels like it's longer ago, but in this universe, it's been shorter. And Kaiba has like the new dual disc, even evolved the dual disc even more, make it even more realistic, making this Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. He even, like, technology versus magic. He knows magic exists. he believes in it, even though he's like one of the people like never believes in it, as always say like that's not real. But he still now, after the ending of all Yu-Gi-Oh, he knows magic is a little bit real, but he still believes that technology will attain. So he wants to resurrect the pharaoh. That's where the guys from the Pandora comes in. It's like want to stop him from making the pharaoh come back to life. While that's going on, Yami Bakura becomes is the rings are still alive. Yami Bakura seems to be dead, but his essence, his evilness, is still in the ring. And the guy from the Pandora kind of has it, comes corrupted about it, and eventually goes into the duel, tries to have the Millennium Puzzle be resurrected. Kaiba wants to resurrect to have the only battle that he cares about. He wants the end battle to be against the pharaoh. He wants to kill pharaoh. He doesn't care about Yugi. He thinks even the pharaoh was not worthy. The pharaoh is like, oh no, you had a fluke. I need to be your rival. I don't like you to be my rival because you're not even worth that. But it's like he cannot take defeat very well. He's a very, very bad loser, and he wants to battle again. He has this like combination of like he cares about people, but in a very, very small way, like really small. It's very small, man. And also he able to replace the God card, the Tormentor in this game, and I love it. I never loved the movie as much. Well, besides the Broly movie, like as this, it looks good. It had my childhood back, or flashbacks of my childhood. Like GX already had like Yu-Gi-Oh back, love it. Like hate it. It's like it's in the middle. But this one blew me away. It gives my heart like out of my chest, like oh yes, give me more of this. Give me. I was like, felt like a child again, and that's love to Yu-Gi-Oh, watching Yu-Gi-Oh. And this was like, oh, where were you my whole life? Where were you when a child? So like, oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. I love the animation. I love the whole thing. Kaiba growed back on me because he was like a freaking ass on the beginning. I'm like, why did I like this guy? He's just like an asshole. He's like, and his little brother is like the right hand, but it doesn't really matter that much. But it's like, why would anybody want a brother like this? But it's because he's so passionate about it, and he cares about people, but he doesn't show it that much. He doesn't even slightly show it. It's like very, very small. And when he does this duel with Yugi, and Yugi is like, you know what? You owe me enough that I would be the first one, because he had Bakura. It's like, okay, Kaiba does this, like he wants to battle them too, both of them, to have the piece of the Millennium Fall, so he can resurrect the pharaoh. So he wants to resurrect the pharaoh. He doesn't do that. Yugi wants him back. It's like Yugi was been trying to be living, but it's like since he lost it, it feels like it's been 6 months. It's been not even a year. It feels like it doesn't a year or so. It's not been that long that Yugi has been living without the pharaoh in his head, without him, and he wants him back as much as Kaiba, but Kaiba goes long ways, tries to do fucking everything to get him back, to get the pharaoh back, to battle him. He wants to bring the pharaoh back just to battle him. It's such an over the top way to want to battle somebody. It's like bringing them from the death itself, bringing them back from out of time, bring him back. Doesn't care what repercussions this could have thing. So, but if he sees another way, he's gonna take it. But mostly, it's like he's gonna do it no matter what. So he lets Yugi duel, and Yugi seems to be much better than he used to be. Even alone, he battles a thing, but then the the Pandora box and you know, the Millennium keys kind of mixed together to form this creature of the dark and Egypt thing. So he gets controlled by that Konoha, becomes this monster, and they have a second duel. This time Yugi and Kaiba together to this dark dimensional duel. What they try to fight, they try to win, and eventually, of course, they win. Even Kaiba is like, okay, I'm gonna give me a power to try to battle. It's like he's still able to work as a team. I thought like, Yugi, fuck off, let me do all the work, I will do. No, he kind of respects Yugi enough that he will duel with him and they work as a team. It's like this cool, awesome thing. I'm like, oh, here is some Kaiba heart that shows. And eventually, of course, this demon creature gets defeated. When every hope is lost, Kaiba gets obliterated. It's like, no, yeah, I still believe that that he could come again. That the Pharaoh can still come. It's like, you just need to believe. It's like literally he believes so much that he sacrificed himself so that Yugi can get the Pharaoh. And he does come back. He comes back in this manner as a thing. Yu-Gi-Oh card, like this big final battle. The Pharaoh is back, baby. Bomb! Gets the monster tag. The monster gets obliterated. Pandora's box goes back close. And he gets his mistakes. Knows now that he made a mistake. But, you know, almost sacrificing that he lets his hatreds get the best of him for Bakura and everything. That's his hatred is like that much. And but also the Pharaoh returned, so they kind of disappeared. Kind of. But also the Pharaoh didn't return because he went back after that. And after that, like, seems everything is good. Kaiba is not fucking done. Kaiba is like, okay, now I pinpoint his location. Time to the dark side of dimensions is not even worse. He gets into it, creates this technology wonder. What he pierces through the fucking dimensions to get to the Pharaoh, literally at his throne. It's like, and now we're gonna battle. He went to a prototype. He went all overboard to get through a dimension, to get the battle to. So I'm like, damn, that's dedication. More obsession, but you know, damn, you gotta like, holy moly, that's insane. How much he gets. I want to. Where is the next movie? Because oh my god, the animations, the fucking story, it's done very fast, but it's done so fucking well. I was on the edge of my seat for this movie. I was like, mind blown how good this was. I hated Kaiba in the beginning of this movie. I forgot how an asshole he was. But by the ending you see a little bit of his heart. You see how dedicated he is, how obsessed he is, and how good he is. He's a fucking asshole that deserves to be an asshole from time because he's a genius. He's the youngest genius and he's so good at it. He does so well. He does insanely good. It's like, oh my god, Kaiba. Jesus fucking Christ. He earns all the thing. Even when he loses. Even when he's like, where's Vegeta with that? Where is Vegeta has those kind of wins? I want to see Vegeta like Kaiba. Like, literally able to do things and at the end still able to win. Even though he was not the last one. Like, Kaiba feels like, holy moly, so good. That's also another reason why my first real god card had to be Obelix the Tormentor. It's not from the dark sides of dimension. Hopefully I have him too on someday. But it's because Kaiba had this Obelix the Tormentor. And even though he didn't believe in everything, he thinks this is power. This is like, he even had like all the god cards were gone with Egyptians. But he managed to make another one. He managed to trap the god card back into another one. It's like so insane how Kaiba works, how Kaiba's mind works. Kaiba was really the star of this movie. Even though it's like an asshole, but you start caring for him in other ways. You see how determined he is, like this obsession, Jesus Christ. But he still managed to want to see that people don't die. He still wants to save the world. He just doesn't care about the consequences as hard as thing. But he still is like thinks he's the smartest in the room, and 90% of the time he is. And that's so insane. I think I cannot recommend any movie more than this one, besides the Broly movie. But it's like, my God, Yu-Gi-Oh is so good when there's like, holy fuck, I love Yu-Gi-Oh with this. I want this movie in my hands. I watched it on a stream service. I have not able to catch this movie in my hands. I want a physical copy of this because it's so fucking good. It's like, please give me more. It's insanely fun to watch. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. I give it an Omega level 10. It's like, oh, everything right with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this. Everything I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! My childhood, I can feel it return like this. This is the dope. This is a fucking insane, awesome. I cannot recommend this movie more. If you want some real fun, you know, some real animated wonder, this movie is beautiful. I want to see it on the big screen because I've seen it on live service, you know, like Netflix and stuff. It's like, I don't want a physical copy so I can see it in VR when it's a big giant screen. I want to see it there. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I think you know how good this movie now is, and I recommend watching it if you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! At all, because it continues the story. It makes this story so insane. Like, oh my God, Darkside of Dimension. I heard about it once or twice, but I never thought this movie was at all anything. But this, oh my God, this movie, man. This movie, it moves me. It moves my heart. It beats. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end it here. I'm the Twisted Goblin. Hope you enjoyed it. And if not, please go enjoy this movie because it's so much better than I can ever explain. Anyway, goodbye, good night.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.